Hey love, I'm Sharr Smith, intuitive energy alchemist and spiritual teacher. Welcome to Journey to Self, an emotional wellness and self-discovery podcast here to ask the powerful questions so you can reveal the true potential that exists in all things for yourself, like your life, your business, and your manifestations. Journey to Self is your reliable resource for learning how to adapt and overcome. Each episode, we cover topics that allow you to hold space for yourself and pay attention to where your thoughts are building momentum. This is so you can take control and transmute the energies of stress, anxiety, and even burnout and begin to create a happy, healthy, and balanced life. Hey love, welcome to season 2 of Journey to Self. It's been 3 to 4 months since season 1 wrapped. Time is flying. I tell you, a lot has been going on, but both good and some things challenging, but absolutely nothing we couldn't handle, right? Right. This brings me to our topic for today, struggle, right? So feeling this overwhelming feeling that you are somehow meant to struggle. We've all been there, so I get it, but I desire to share something with you that has and honestly still is helping me change my life around from being the one stuck in struggle to living a happier, more fulfilling, and of course, soft life. So first off, you are not made to struggle, and you are not meant to struggle either. Yes, life itself can be challenging, but you are not meant to experience and endure an endless pit of difficulty. Struggle is also not a badge of honor. It's not cute. It's mentally, emotionally, and physically taxing on the fucking mind, body, and spirit. And if you are not careful, the depths of despair can lay claim to your life, and we do not want or need that. There is always more than one way to skin a cat and always other options to explore. It's just that society teaches us that if one route doesn't work, all is doomed to failure and hell, right? This episode is going to give you the tools necessary to teach you how to identify what your options are and the best way to overcome any challenges that you may face so we can nip all of this shit in the bud. And so I ask you, what if the challenge was never a struggle? What might you do differently if instead you knew you were playing a game and had the advantage? What if you are not made to struggle and are instead someone who was simply born equipped with a knack or special talent for playing games and actually winning? Okay, so in human design, there's something called the channel 2838, and this is the channel of quote unquote struggle, right? But it is also known as the channel of the adventurer. It's so funny too, because I can always tell when a person has this channel or either one of its respective gates, either gate 28 or 38, and whether or not they are stuck in the not self by the presence or lack thereof of neutrality that's behind the way that they speak about their experiences, and whether or not they feel like they are stuck in some type of struggle. Gate 28, the gate of the game player, this is the energetic awareness of what's actually worth fighting for. So these would be things that you believe in and or value. Your power boost is actually activated by and on instinct. So this is actually splenic energy. So this gate is located in the spleen center on your human design chart. If you have never pulled your human design chart, then you can just use the link in the show notes or in the description box if you're watching on YouTube to pull your chart for free and take a look at the splenic or spleen center to view whether or not you have gate 28. Even if you don't have this gate defined for yourself, you can still have access to the energy by borrowing it from others whenever you're around other people, places, things, etc., or whenever the sun, the moon, any of the other planets transit that particular gate astrologically, okay? There's always this pressure to achieve. So when you feel like you are always having some type of struggle or have the idea that you are meant to struggle, it's simply a matter of you not understanding the pressure that has built up in your root center and that you are feeling in your root center and not knowing what to do with the energy once the pressure is ready to blow. So the power boost for gate 38 is activated when the odds are actually seemingly stacked against you. I know this is like, what the hell? So I have to wait for shit to get really bad? No, it's not like that. It's just when it seems like the odds are stacked against you, you have a really awesome advantage to overcome. Again, this is root energy, so it's looking to achieve. It thrives and operates off of ambition and the need to achieve something. this channel 2838 is ultimately about you going towards what deeply moves you. Gate 28 is also Scorpio energy. So it's in search of some form of deep connection, substance, growth, and transformation or development, right? Then you have gate 38, which is Capricorn energy. And so this pressure, again, it's in the root center, is always in search of some form of stability, security, sustainability, and longevity or strategy. And so either way, this experience of going towards what deeply moves you often leads to going against societal norms and challenging the status quo, which is what creates the struggle in and of itself in the first place. Now, this dynamic can happen literally anywhere. Your relationships, your family, money and manifesting, business operations and strategy, personal growth, as in your boundaries, right? Trying to learn how to take better care of yourself and prioritize your own needs so that your cup is full enough to take care of others, right? Your health and wellness, your senses of happiness, etc. Like, this is all a game of life. The game player advantage that you have built in is this fascinating ability and inevitable result to overcome. And this is me speaking to you as someone who has this full channel, okay? This means that your game advantage is quite literally guaranteed success. It's just a matter of how you specifically want to go about the adventure of getting there. Think about all of these anime shows and how the characters have a goal of completing a dungeon, but have no clue as to how they're actually going to do it. They have no clue what big bosses await, what's going to happen, or what they're going to encounter on each of the different floor levels. They just simply take one floor and one big boss at a time as they play the game and have the adventure. Now, this is also where the trigger for a lot of struggle comes in at, the societal expectation for you to be certain, okay? Listen to me good and hear me well. Certainty is not you having the answer. It is your process for figuring out the answer in the moments that you actually need one. Once you understand this, you can allow yourself to relax and play the game so that you can start looking through the lens of an adventurer and curiosity rather than the lens of struggle, pain, and suffering. Just as it is with your business, your money, or anything you want to accomplish in life to build wealth and live a certain lifestyle, it's all about your mindset and who you identify as being. It's about if you identify as the being or the person who makes the decisions and takes the actions that lead to the specific success that you want, right? Do you identify with the struggle, or do you identify with the opportunity for adventure? Either way, you are moving energy from the metaphysical world over into the physical world to support your inevitable success. The question is this your success of fighting for things you don't care about, or fighting for what you do believe in and value? Do you even know how you are energetically wired to fight? And see, this is where we get into a whole nother issue. In order for you to understand how you fight, I suggest you look at two different things. The first being the map of manifestation. I actually came across this inside of a book called called The Energy of Money, and it's by Maria Nemeth. The second thing that I suggest that you look at is your human design chart. Like, it's literally your blueprint for how you both expressed and experience energy here in human form on Earth. Like, it's your instruction manual, essentially, right? It's a guidebook helping you learn to navigate the human experience. I digress. I teach you and walk you through all of this inside of my course, Purge to Peace. So the link for that, again, will be listed below in the show notes, or if you are listening on YouTube, you can check it out in the description box below, okay? The idea behind the manifestation map is that all energy begins in the metaphysical world, where the energy is light, it's fun, it's flexible, and easy as hell to move. Then, based on the idea that you have about what you want to create, the energy begins to take form. It is then driven by your intentions. So the experience that you wish to have within this idea of what you want to create. Your intentions then work together with opportunity and circumstance to represent your intention and meet you in the physical world as something you can tangibly interact with in the form of a goal. So for example, let's say you are struggling to make money, right? You have this idea that in order to be successful, you need to have a lot of money. Your intention behind having a lot of money is to be financially successful and stable. And the way you will know whether or not you have succeeded in this specific goal is when you have reached your goal of having a $10,000 amount in your bank account, right? To spend on whatever it is that you want, need, and or desire. But the thing here is that this is all energy, right? Your mindset, your experiences is all energy, moving, adapting, and expressing based on who you are, the vibrational frequency of energy that you are putting out and using to attract people, places, and things to you, aka the way that you are moving energy from the metaphysical over into the physical world. So this is a fucking game, okay? You are playing with and in the energy. If you are going to move it and or use it to create something with for yourself, you need to understand the process for being able to move it and sculpt it. So what actions are you taking to move the energy of being financially successful from just an idea to being something tangible in the physical world? In other words, is this quest worth fighting for, gate 28? And if so, what adventure are you willing to have and experience the thing that you want, aka gate 38? What's fueling the fight for you? What's going to make it worth your while to do? Is it a house? $30,000 in the bank, a brand new car, you moving out of the country, paying off all your debt, going on a vacation? What? This is a fucking game, okay? Not a struggle. It's a game. The question is, can you allow yourself to see it that way? Now, once you have the awareness of what to fight for, again, your gate 28, the next step is going to be learning what fuel you were born with in order to fight, aka gate 38. It's also going to be you learning how to use the fuel that you were born with to your inevitable success. I teach you how to do all of this inside of my course, Purge to Peace. Again, you can click the link below in the show notes or the description box if you are watching on YouTube to grab it, okay? You are not meant to struggle. Shift your mindset from being made to struggle and instead start seeing yourself as having an advantage, aka a cheat code to the game of life. You're a game player, so play the fucking game. In the next episode, we're going to dive deeper into how you're going to go about finding your soul's purpose so you can better understand what it is that you are fighting for and the fighting energy that you were actually born with to obtain success in your life, your biz, your money, all the things, okay? So buckle in. Save this podcast to your favorites if you have not done so already, and join me for another adventure as we continue season 2 of Journey to Self. Thanks so much for listening to Journey to Self, your number one resource for emotional wellness and self-discovery, helping you learn how to adapt and overcome. Scroll down, press play, and meet me in the next episode. Bye, love.